today's episode, I take a look at setups on Euro Swiss franc, Aussie dollar US dollar, and CADJPY, and Karabo has a look at setups for us on Euro USD and on gold. We also have some action from a Discord trading room. Enjoy. Alright, the first chart on my watch list is Euro Swiss franc, and we're on the weekly time frame here. And what's important to note here is after the market touched this 1.2 area, we had this big move down into this big weekly liquidity level here, and we also have these two levels, these two impulse levels equal distance. So that gives us a really high probability of the market giving us a bit of a reverse. Now, I don't know how big the reverse can be. It might be, it might go back up all the way, but I got my first weekly resistance here at this little resistance level here. So we're going to be looking for long opportunities to this level. Now, just jumping to the 4-hour time frame, what we have here is after the market cleared this liquidity, we had this consolidation, it broke out, and then it ran this liquidity one more time. Now, it is quite possible if this was the liquidity run and if this low holds, then we should start seeing this move up to at least this first target we have over here. So what I'm going to look for next week, if I can just switch to the 1 hour, is any price action or any sort of reversal pattern that I find on this time frame. I will look to take that long. Alternatively, if it just starts dropping down, I will start looking for new setups once it gets down here. But because this low has been run, I think it is quite possible that this low might be in. And maybe next week we'll find a bit of a reversal pattern to go along this market. Alright, so next up I want to look at the Aussie dollar US dollar. This is one that that's been on the radar for quite a while. And I must admit I was not expecting this big drop last week. We didn't find any long setups, but this was quite a big drop on the Aussie dollar US dollar. Now, from a structure point of view, it really doesn't change. I'm still looking for this big move to the upside, as I don't think that the market has enough momentum to get to these lows, where I believe the market is eventually heading towards these lows. Now, next week on Tuesday morning, we have the Aussie dollar interest rates, and I do believe that this is the very last chance for this market to turn around. So I would say Tuesday during the interest rates announcement, we're either going to get the big reverse up to this level, or else we're going to just continue going lower and then actually going for these lows down here. Like I said, I really don't expect that. So what I'm going to be looking for next week, if I can switch to the lower time frames. And we are currently on the 1 hour time frame here, and if I see any sort of bullish setup appearing before the rates announcement, I might end up taking that on a zero balance protection account. So if it does go against me and I don't end up losing more than what I put into my account. But we do have a bit of structure break here, so any sort of corrective pattern, maybe into some liquidity before the news, and maybe we can get that reversal. Again, this is one that I think if this does reverse, that you can hold on for more than a year. So a big one that we're expecting, and like I say, if it doesn't happen on Tuesday, then I might abandon this trading idea. Alright, now the next setup on my watch list is one that was submitted by Andile, and that is one on the CADJPY. Now he submitted this a couple of weeks ago in our trading room. You can find the setup in the CADJPY channel, and this was what he was looking for the market to come lower into this bit of a trend line before going higher. And just looking at where the CADJPY is right now, we actually did come into this area exactly as he predicted. And now we've hit this little order block or supply level or whatever you want to call it. Ideally next week we'll find a bit of a reversal pattern. I think even the Canadian dollar has interest rates on Wednesday, so potential catalyst for this move. So anyway, what we're going to be looking for next week, we'll jump down to the lower time frames and see if we can get some sort of reversal pattern, ideally a bit of an impulse, and then any of those sort of reversal patterns we have. And first target I will have is this level over here. This is where the move started that ran these highs, and then potentially we can even go higher to those highs that Andile has on his chart. So yeah, those are the three setups on my watch list, and next up is Karabo with his views, and I'll see you all in the trading room.
Good day, traders. Welcome to this week's market analysis. I am currently looking at two instruments which I would like to share with you today. So the first one being the Euro USD on the weekly time frame. I was previously looking at this supply zone for a selling opportunity because I was expecting price to give us that one final push lower before continuing to the upside. So I was really looking to buy at this demand zone, but my sentiments have changed, and it is due to this candle info and this massive bullish candle. So what we would expect for the next 2 to 3 weeks, it is for price to stall at this supply zone, therefore creating demand, then removing this supply zone. So price then would come retest this demand zone before finally giving us that move higher. Alternatively, what we would expect during the week, it is for price to react to the supply zone and uh, give us that final move to the downside before taking off. So these are two scenarios I'm currently looking at on EURUSD. Now looking at gold on the weekly time frame, I'm currently looking at this simple Elliott wave count, 3 impulse moves and a divergence at the end. If I bring in my Fibonacci from swing low to swing high, I am looking at the 38.2 as my first target and looking at the 161.8 as my second target. Now this is the daily time frame. There is this supply zone above current price. What I'm seeing is then we've got a left shoulder, so we could expect a shallow retracement before price continues to the downside. So if we do get this shallow retracement, I will be shooting for the 61.8 as my target. So if price retrace to that supply zone, it is then I might look at taking half of my profits at the 38.2 and my second target at the 61.8. So this is what I'm currently seeing on gold. Thank you and have a great trading week.